G'day, I'm Sean, and this is the ARRI Omnibar. It's a battery-powered IP65 linear light, which has a range of different professional mounting options and magnetically interchangeable optics. The Omnibar is available both as the 2-foot Omnibar 2 or the 4-foot long Omnibar 4, and both are very high-resolution lights. The Omnibar 2 has 16 individually addressable pixel zones, and the Omnibar 4 has 32 of them. There are many different ways to control an Omnibar, and you'll get the option between the sleek black version or the classic ARRI blue and silver. Now, the Omnibar has a brand new 5-color LED light engine that we've designed for outstanding color accuracy and beautiful skin tones. In fact, we can achieve a TLCI and a CRI greater than 98 between 3200 Kelvin and 5600 Kelvin, with a full CCT range from 1700 Kelvin all the way up to 20,000 Kelvin. And of course, the Omnibar has been designed to be a great match for our other LED fixtures, including the Orbiter, the SkyPanel Pro, and the SkyPanel X. With the standard round diffuser, the Omnibar is on average a little bit brighter than other tube lights you would expect of a similar size. But because we have interchangeable optics, if you swap in the intensifier, you can expect a significantly brighter output, about 50% extra, and of course, a narrower beam angle. One of the most exciting features for me is the ease of rigging, thanks to a range of different mounting points built into the fixture itself and a slew of simple, smart and secure rigging accessories. But I think we have to get the most important question out of the way early. How much is it going to cost? Well, I'm very happy to announce that the Omnibar is going to be one of the cheapest fully featured lighting fixtures that we've ever released, with an Omnibar 2 with a range of accessories and different lighting modifiers available in our creator set for €650. Plus, we have stock and we're shipping today. Now let's take a closer look at the Omnibar. The Omnibar is built from aluminium and it's been designed to withstand the rigors of daily use on set. We're going to start with built-in mounting points. So at each end you'll find a 3/8 hole here, which has been designed to be used with a little eyelet, which is included in the sets, so that you can suspend the fixture or use it for a safety cable. You might also like to use that hole with our new tripod. So this tripod has 4 different heights that you can set it to, and it has slots for screwing into sets, as well as a threaded hole here, which we've been using with a spigot to better secure a shop bag. Now, there's also a slot on each end, and the slots here, well, they're designed for wire or for cable ties so that you can suspend an Omnibar, and the slot is directly in the center of gravity of the fixture so that it will hang vertically when you use that up there. You'll also find slots for cable ties or wire on the back of the fixture, 3 in total on the 2-foot. And if we move closer into the middle, well, these are 2 very strong magnets, which we've been using to attach to scaff pipe or door frames, but you can also use them to quickly throw an Omnibar into an existing fixture housing, such as an LED or fluoro that you might find in an office or in a car park. At the back of the Omnibar, you'll find a quick release rail for mounting accessories. And the first accessory we have is the Omni Clip. This is a very cheap component. It's only €3 and it just snaps onto the back of the rail like this, which makes it a great little floor stand if I need to mount the Omnibar for some uplighting, but also because there are holes in the Omni Clip, I can screw them into a wall and then just throw up an Omnibar, say on a piece of set, very quickly. The second accessory we have is the Omni Grip. So this is an aluminium piece and it just drops anywhere onto the back of the bar and clamps like so. Now I have threaded mounting points, but we also have the Omni Pin. And this pin has a little quick release safety mechanism, so I can slide it now onto the back of the Omni Grip and lock the thumb screw. And now I have a standard baby pin which I can use for all sorts of different rigging. The cool thing with the Omni Grip is that it also has one other use case, which is where you might have a bunch of Omnibar 2s and you wish you had a 4, or you want maybe a 6-foot Omnibar. Well, you can make one by using the Omni Grip in between 2 different bars, clamping, and now I have a single bar. The nice thing as well, because of the way that the Omnibar is designed, you have a very, very small amount of space between the bars when you're connecting them like this. So you can have very smooth transitions between bars when you're running effects. Now, the most unique feature of the Omnibars is probably the interchangeable optics, which work in a very similar way to those found on a sky panel. Here we have the round diffuser, which has the widest beam angle and will be very familiar to anyone who's used a tube-style light before. In fact, we expect that the quality of light will be just about the same in most scenarios. The diffuser attaches with 4 strong magnets, so it's very easy to take off but is still secure. And then it's easy to throw on something like the flat diffuser. Now, the flat diffuser tightens up the beam angle ever so slightly, and it's a much lower profile diffuser, so it's easier if you're trying to rig an Omnibar into a set or maybe into an existing light fixture. Now, the most exciting one is definitely the intensifier, which should be very familiar to those of you who've used a sky panel before. The intensifier is going to tighten up the beam angle to 60 degrees so that you have a bit of a spottier source, and it's going to greatly increase the light output. This guy is great if you're trying to push Omnibars through a frame, for example, or if you just need a bit of a harder edge. Now, what's cool is you can also just use the Omnibar as an open face source, which makes it way brighter when you're trying to bounce the Omnibar, or if you're using it, say, built into a set environment where you have the art department providing the diffusion, or if you're using a softbox. Well, speaking of softboxes, how about a soft cylinder? Here we have a lovely airglow lantern from DOP Choice, and we've already been working with a bunch of accessory manufacturers to make sure that there are accessories available at launch for the Omnibar. Think brands like DOP Choice, Shimera, Lightsock, Honey Crates, and more. There are many different ways to control an Omnibar. The most simple way to get started is with the buttons and the screen on the rear of the fixture. With this, I can control the simple settings such as selecting my color mode, but also go in and do more complicated actions such as customizing effects or setting up all of your DMX and networking settings. In addition, we're launching the Omnibar Control app, which is a free app that's available for both iOS and for Android. And in the app, you can also do simple control, but also you can use it to configure multiple bars all at once and push firmware updates to multiple bars in a series as well. In addition to that, for more wireless control options, well, we've integrated the Lumen Radio TMO 2 CRMX chip into every bar, so that's fully supported with many off-the-shelf CRMX transmitters. The Omnibar also supports hardwired operation, with a single cable providing both power and data to the fixture. And because each Omnibar has a power and data input and output, you can daisy chain fixtures together. Up to 12 feet of Omnibars can be connected in a single daisy chain, which is great for larger setups. And in order to get the power and data to your fixtures, well, you'll need an Omnibase. So the Omnibase is our hub for charging and powering the fixtures, as well as supporting DMX, SACN, and ArtNet. The Omnibase is also IP65, as are the cables, so you can leave a whole system like a large rig in a moonbox out in the weather without any problems. Now, just to touch on powering as well, I have mentioned that the Omnibar is battery powered, and each Omnibar can run for more than 2 hours at full brightness, and we also support setting a power level based on the expected runtime that you would like to achieve. As of today, we're going to be offering the Omnibar in a range of different sets and kits. And as I mentioned, the most economical starting point is the Creator Set for €650. And for that, you'll get an Omnibar 2, as well as a range of the different mounting accessories and optics. If you're a gaffer or a rental house looking to purchase multiple bars, well then we also have larger sets, including the production kit and the combo kit. And you'll find the information you need about those sets on our website at arri.com/omnibar. Or I can highly recommend watching the Tech Talk with Harry, where he goes into a lot of detail about the sets, as well as things that I haven't touched on today, such as configuration and the app. But that's all we have time for. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.